Welcome to Reykjavík Grapevine's Newscast. My name is Valur Grettisson and I'm an editor-in-chief at Reykjavík Grapevine. We are going to the volcano once again. We haven't been here for a while. We haven't gone up the hills or to the mountains yet. We just wanted to show you the lava down here in Nátthagi. This is the freshest lava. It's like what have been crawling slowly towards Grindavík, the town of Grindavík. But what's interesting here is, of course, you can see that there is smoke all around. It's beautiful. It's pretty cold today. It's like -2 degrees or something. There is no wind. That's the first time. Before we start the course, I would just want to tell you or remind you on our online store, we have books, and of course Christmas is coming up. If you want to give someone books or just whatever, Icelandic candy or whatever you desire basically, or you just want to give yourself some Christmas present from Iceland, then check the links down below. You can always go to our online store. I mean, I'm kind of breathless. I haven't been here for the longest time, and it's just really refreshing to be here again. It's an incredibly beautiful day. Not many travelers are around here. There are some though. The lava is obviously very active, not like as in flowing active, but you can just see like how the field here is still hot. And it's fun because we were actually hoping for more snow. There is a lot of snow in the mountains all around us, but it's not that much around here. But we're going to go up. We're going to tell you all the newest things about the volcano. It's not that yet, but there is a but. So, see you up there. Just a quick thing before I start. This episode is actually sponsored by Lava Center. It's a tech museum that specializes in volcanoes in Iceland, in the south of Iceland. Like volcanoes all over the country, but its location is in Hvolsvöllur. Beautiful museum. Don't miss it out if you're there for some reason. So, back to the volcano. We have the volcano behind us. It's not much to see right now, and it's not completely dead. That's the big news. The thing is, this area here hasn't been erupted here for 6,000 years. This means that we have absolutely no idea why or how anything is here. We know a lot about Svartsengi. That's the area over there close to Grindavík. We also know a lot about Krýsuvík because of the Vikings. The Vikings, of course, are prolific writers, and they documented these volcanoes pretty well 800 years ago. But this area here hasn't erupted, like I said before, for 6,000 years. So the thumb rule here right now is basically this. Because we have no idea how this works, then the geologists, they are not going to say that this volcano is completely silenced or dead. First of all, because there's 50-50 chances that they are wrong. That's the funniest thing. Also, they think it's dead, definitely, but they let it to be sure, because they are so much of a scientist, I guess, they allow it to cool for 3 months. That's the thumb rule. 3 months, if nothing happens after that, some very courageous volcanologist or geologist will step forward and say, it's official, the volcano is dead. But no one has said so yet. And interestingly so, this volcano is still technically active. Also, not only that, if you actually, I'm not sure if the lens actually catches this, but we can see the blue gas coming out of it. So it still has gas, meaning it's still technically active. Of course, there is no fire there, nothing like that. The only thing that is going on is basically in the lava. All the action is here. And you can see like all around me, everything is white. The mountain tops here, all of this is white, except of course the volcano as well as the lava center. Lava field, not lava center. The lava field here is of course black because it's still incredibly hot. And this lava here will be hot for years. not only like half a year or something, 3 years from now, it will probably be as black in the winter as it is now. In the end, of course, it will cool down, but we of course can see how there are smoke coming out, like we saw before, meaning that the heat down there is so much that it's, I mean, if you want to be smart about it, just don't go into the lava field, of course. But the thing is, of course, that the lava field is hot, and if you go down, and if anything goes wrong, well, it could go horribly wrong. So, there is also some activity in the earth here. Of course, we told you about Keilir, and Keilir is, of course, a little bit north of here, perhaps like 2 or 3 kilometers. And there was a huge earthquake the other day, well, huge in the area, and it was around 4 in magnitude. And 4, of course, is a lot. This means that there is still some activity around here. Like the last time, like when this volcano was going off, the activity in the earth was just out of the roof. It was impossible for the people of Grindavík just to like survive this, because everything was shaking all the goddamn time. So this means, of course, that if there is shaking, the earth is shaking, it's not unlikely it's connected to the magma down under. And if the magma is down under is trying to push up, it produces these seismic activities. But of course, the people of Grindavík, they are probably the happiest people now. They are actually the happiest people on earth. Do you know that? We made a video about this the other day, like two years ago. There is no one happier, in Iceland at least, probably the earth, than the people of Grindavík. But they were not too hot about this volcano, because it was about to destroy the infrastructure. For example, the road Suðurstrandarvegur, a road that we don't use that often, the people from the city, but the people from Grindavík, they use it all the time. So it would have meant that if they just want to go, I don't know, just here, like, well, a little bit further to Thorlákshöfn, to the south of Iceland, they would have to drive much further. So it's not an end of the world thing. I mean, it's just about finding a good podcast to listen to in your car, basically. But I mean, of course, even the time in the countryside is valuable. So it is what it is. Also, they can't be very easy though. I mean, they can be calm about this right now, but the thing is basically that they're still in danger, because all volcanologists have said that a new era has begun in the Reykjanes Peninsula. So although this is going down, it doesn't mean that the next volcanic station, if you will, won't go off within years. Let's say like at least within 20 years. And one of these stations is Svartengi, or the Black Fields. And they are actually smack middle of Grindavík. So, you know what the Blue Lagoon is? That's basically Svartengi. So, if that will go off, it could actually just go off right there. There's nothing to say about it, other than they live now in the constant fear of having another volcano. I mean, perhaps in this generation, perhaps the next one, hopefully never. But the odds are not in their favor, that's for sure. Especially when a 6,000-year-old volcanic station like Fagradalsfjall goes back off. I mean, it could be bad news. So, what's possibly remarkable here, because I mean, we are in the situation that this is obviously going down. This is obviously over. We can't say like 100%, no, this will not go off again. But I mean, it's fair to say that it's 90% chances that this will not go off again. The good news is that nothing was destroyed here, and not one life was lost here either, which is, I think, in my opinion, kind of just incredible. You have this incredible volcano. It was, although it was small, but it was bigger than we thought. It was what we call the touristic eruption. But I mean, it's incredible. There were over 300,000 tourists that just came to Iceland to see this from March, and not one of them died. I mean, to be honest, of course, this is something that happens either way. It's like, I mean, People are going up the mountains. One man actually got lost and almost died actually because of the hiking. But like I said in the beginning, like volcanoes in Iceland don't kill people. It's always the hiking. It's incredible. I've been saying this for years. So don't be afraid of the volcanoes, but mind the goddamn hiking. So also there is no infrastructure that was damaged here. No roads that went that destroyed. There is this fiber optic cable down there somewhere, but they say it's like an experimental thing. They can't. It's easy to replace it and so on. And it wasn't even like damaged or anything. But here's the good news also. If you like volcanoes, and Icelanders kind of do. I mean, we're not a fan of it if it comes up in the middle of an island or something. But the thing is, of course, that a volcano is in Iceland, erupt in Iceland every 5 years. So it's a pretty darn good chance that within 5 years we'll be back at the same game. And right now there are few volcanoes that we think that could go off. One is, of course, Hekla, the gateway to hell. We actually have to visit that mountain in a better weather, but the winter, like you can see, is always a little bit hard. It's cold, but it could be worse. But Hekla, of course, is one of our most active volcanoes, at least in the 20th century. I saw it erupted in 1990 when I was 10 years old. And then it was often that it erupted. Sometimes it was very big. It was like in 1940s, 40s, 50s. It was huge, and it's the only mountain in Iceland that is a volcano that is pyroclastic. It means that this could. There's a lot of lava that could destroy a lot of stuff in a very short amount of time. But of course, time have taught us not to build very close to it. So there are a few towns there, like farms. But I'm guessing there are like two or three phone calls just to warn them. It's not that many. So this volcano is officially what it is. Half dead. It's a zombie. You can even see it. It's like a green zombie. Beautiful crater though, but the real action here, if you actually want to visit here, is the lava. I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful. There's like still like smoke coming out of it. It's still like if you put like your hand between these cracks, it's incredibly hot. You can see this red, beautiful stones there, like the rocks on the sides. It's just it's incredibly beautiful. But this is it for the newscast today. My name is, of course, Valur Grettisson, and I'm editor-in-chief at Reykjavík Grapevine. This is Pollý, and Pollý smiles, and she is my Chief of Morale Officer. There was a fantastic comment yesterday that someone was criticizing me for calling her assistant, and he thought it was demeaning. I disagree, but I thought it was a hilariously good comment. So thanks for that. Keep on commenting, keep on liking and sharing and so on. And remember our shop, of course. Give a book this Christmas. If you have a friend, don't read often, then find something. I mean, it doesn't have to be arty-farty, whatever. Just give him like a good old-fashioned crime novel from Iceland or something. So, goodbye and thank you. Yes. Come on. Yeah.